Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week we have a bit of an announcement as well as some quite a lengthy amount of patch notes. First we'll come up with the combat refinement and off-duty outfits, but the combat refinement is for necromancy. So there is a lot of changes that are not only taking place today, but there will be a beta, which is coming October 30th. So what they want us to do is obviously give all of our feedback during that time frame. So from the blog, here's a little bit of a recap. They adjusted Conjured Spirits to tone down their power level, but this is also keeping it so it can improve the quality of life. So the adrenaline cost has been removed from Conjure and Command abilities. They observed this play style and feel the separate Conjures from Adrenaline is the best approach. This should help normalize damage across the entire encounter instead of it being front-loaded at the beginning. Addressing the power of Command as a Vengeful Ghost. There's a bit too much power in Woo. And they're also introducing a new ability, Conjure Undead Army, which will require level 99 Necromancy, and is available at Tier 7 of the Well of Souls talent tree. This ability allows players to conjure multiple spirits at once, if I remember correctly, up to 4 at once. Ectoplasm cost will be equal to double each conjure ability included. So if you're going to do it, just one big hurrah, it is going to cost a little bit more that way. So if you're somebody who uses Necromancy with Revolution, this ability would not be something that I would let Revolution trigger. But the beta is coming, and that'll be on October 30th, so that'll be after next week's update, actually. Or that next week. Hey, it'll be the next week's update. But there's also the off-duty attire collection. So, after a long day, what's better than having some new outfits? These are going to be visual overrides that can be bought as a bundle from the Spotlight tab for only 200 rune coins for free to play, and 180 rune coins for members. So you get a total of 6 outfits for only 180 rune coins. It's not too bad. These will unlock and go to the wardrobe tab in the customization. But this includes an off-duty gambeson, coat variant studded, jacket, shirt, leggings, trousers, and boots. And all of these have recolorable options except for the boots. That is all. So that's not too bad. There's RuneScape, The Gift of Gothics, which is a book by Aaron M. Evans by TitanBooks.com. So you check that out if you want to do a bit more of a deep dive into the lore of The Gift of Gothics. The Treasure Hunter calendar is still existing of the Grim Harvest. So get out there, still keep smashing some pumpkins. Get your rewards. Hopefully you get an orange Halloween mask. Now for the big thing this week, it's just the patch notes. So combat first. Conjure Skeleton ability. The damage range was reduced to 22 to 28%, which is a 5% nerf because it was a 27 to 33%. Additional damage has been changed to damage increases. Previously, each rage stack would offer 1% ability damage. The average damage would be about 55% ability damage per hit at max stacks. So 30% base plus 25% from stacks. Now, each rage increases the damage by 3%. So this is now a 43.75 at max, and 25% base and a 75% damage increase from the stacks. Sorry, I had a cat freak out. Even the cats are excited for this. Conjure Putrid Zombie. The adrenaline cost has been removed. The base duration has been reduced for 42 seconds, which is only down by 3 seconds. The move speed is increased from walking to running. The damage range of the passive poison effect has been reduced from 27 to 33% to 8 to 12%. So that's quite a big nerf. The passive proc interval rate increased from 1.8 seconds to 3 seconds, so it made it slow down too. But they reduced the damage and the tick rate of poison currently because it was getting a little bit too strong. Honestly, I didn't think it was that strong. I used it a lot, but it didn't seem that strong. The bug fix passive damage will no longer attempt to apply poison while wearing the Cinderbane gloves. And the command Putrid Zombie ability can now be cast without a target. Conjure Vengeful Ghost ability. The adrenaline cost has been removed. The heal value has been reduced to 125%. It was 175%. So healing now happens on hit as well, as opposed to on attack, which means the healing value will scale up based on damage modifiers. So if you're attacking and it's attacking, and stuff like haunted or vulnerability are affecting your target, you're actually going to benefit from that, which is actually nice. Command Vengeful Ghost ability, the adrenaline cost has been removed. Command now has a fixed duration of 30 seconds and will require recasting to keep up. Change the effect from 100% of the base damage up to a cap of 35% ability damage, which is 10% of base damage up to a cap of 20% ability damage as bonus damage. This was a change to enable the benefit of amplifying high damage abilities while reducing how much extra damage was being generated from lots of instances of low damage hits. Life Transfer Incantation, they increased the duration from 20.4 seconds to 21 seconds. Change the maximum life points to base life points, e.g. if you have 15,000 life points with 99 constitution, you will only lose 4,950, which is a 9,900 divided by 2, so instead of losing a total of 7,500, which is what you would lose in the current version. So they kind of balance it a bit easier in our favor. Invoke Death Incantation, increase the duration to 12 seconds. It was 6 seconds. It's still one application per cast. There was an over-reliance at the start of fights of being tick perfect with the Invoke Death, which made it feel clunky to interact with. It involves some issues related to the Death Mark, which fixed an issue that caused it to trigger multiple times. Fixed an issue where the damage was marked as delayed. Fix an issue that allowed Deathmark insta-kill damage to reflect back at the player. Fix an issue where Necromancy Shields would cause Conjured Spirits to despawn. These are now classified as having Underworld connection, which allows them to maintain Conjured Spirits, but they cannot be used to conjure them. There's a Paralyzed delay for Conjured Spirits. It is now capped at 2 cycles. Previously, the Ghost was 1 cycle longer, and causing issues with other things such as the life transfer. Fix an issue with the action bar frame where the graphics were drawn incorrectly. And the Queen Black Dragon, they fixed an issue where she could unintentionally take damage during her immune phases. Fix an issue where she would play defend animations during her immune phases. Fix an issue where her health bar was sometimes displaying negative values. Fix an issue where the crystal bridges would sometimes not spawn under specific circumstances. Another necromancy thing, fix an issue where that would cause the conjure abilities to be locked into command version. A typo of the command skeleton warrior ability description has been fixed. The Death Day cake on the roof in the last call now can be examined correctly. Fix an issue where the users were unable to complete the Drugger made to the Hela achievement due to 2 of the 14 listless dead missing the option to free them. updated the spawn rate of the Soul Strike projectile. Ancient Awakening. In Ancient Awakening, the Raptor can now correctly direct the players to the first floor. They have stopped the companions from joining in the conversation with the Archivist on Ungale after the completion of Ancient Awakening. Granny Rowan will now utilize noted items from your backpack when preparing your potions. We have updated the zombies within the combat arena of the Ancient Awakening to better reflect that they are evil, Zimmergirl's evil necromantic summons. Halloween, they removed the passive light source protection buff from the Ensouled and regular pumpkin mask for Iron Man players. Party pumpkins and smashing pumpkins have been made bigger and brighter to help alleviate visibility problems. Pumpkin Pete is now standing on a crate, making him easier to distinguish at his ritual patch in the Fort 4 and 3. The holiday portal, located in Profundus, now teleports the player to an ongoing holiday event. The overhead emotes warning now only shows as a spam chat message. Both Ron and Normal Mask have now a check option while worn, allowing to check how many pumpkins have been smashed. In general, fix an issue with the size of the chat head model for Namika Pet. Players now cannot chop a tree with a blessed hatchet until level 30 woodcutting. The position of the skeletal vial animation override has been adjusted. It is now held in the correct hand. The specific quick chat bubble appears when using the Wilderness Flash event option. Token rewards from treasure hunters should now be able to deliver to the inventory if the bank is full. Fix an issue that would prevent the grand exchange value from updating on the smithing interface based on tier of the item. Fix the DXP timer from visually pausing on mobile if the chat was open. A volume slider is added to the option menu in lobby while on mobile devices. Fix an issue resulting in no XP being awarded when using Protean Essence with the Protean Processor at levels 72 to 76 rune crafting. Fix the typo in the examine text of the skill training dummy crates. A grammatical error in the Raksha observation page has been corrected. The decorated hunter urn crafting menu now shows the amount of mud runes from the rune pouch. Fix the typo within the teleport interface from Nature's Sentinel Helm. Fix an issue with the small amount of map tiles near the crafting guild that force players to move east when stepped on. Crocodile handling at Het's Oasis can no longer be done while running Make X actions. Fix an issue that caused the Dwarven Instinct unlock display multiple times as a chat notification at once. Fix an issue where the death dialogue box could appear during a cutscene. The full stop was removed from the end of the sentence while setting up the FG incubator when talking to Vicindithus. The notice board outside the Artisan Workshop has been removed. This was intended to provide players the information after the mining and smithing rework and is no longer needed in game. Fix a typo in the pet's interface for Muick. It now correctly says Elegant Muick. Added the option to reset the slider puzzles to resolve slider puzzles that are broken from login lockout. Fix an issue that caused red flags for language servers displayed in the French chat list to show a beta server icon. The mining accumulator now correctly appears as a device mining accumulator in the Invention skill guide. Curse energy is no longer listed as an ingredient for transmuting irradiant energy in the skill guide. The fix a typo when speaking to Alarixis after defeating all champions. Fix an issue with the missing hitbox on the wheelbarrow at Falador Cabbage Patch. Names in the Polnivian bandits have been adjusted in the agility skill guide. An issue with the chat message has been fixed wherein the passive effect from the Crystal Knight activates. Some clipping and blocking issues have at the cave entrance near Catherby and White Wolf Mountain have been fixed. Fix some functionality to the only deposit logs and birds' nests when interacting with the log piles in the Woodcutter's Grove. The Take It Easy rest animation no longer loops infinitely. All of Nature's Sentinel teleports have the same color. The broadcast message for the Third Age Ranger chaps is now more accurate. Corrected a typo when combining the items required to create the Slayer helmet. Sailfish is now selectable as a cooking quick chat option. Fixed tooltip information on the Elysian, Divine, and Arcane Spirit shields. The chat message is no longer cut off when trying to duel somebody who's already in combat. The tooltips of the Hawa and Grenwall entries in the skill guide are now corrected. The smoldering plants now disintegrate into ash as expected and allow a new plant to be lit on fire immediately when they are removed from the main hand slot before their timer runs out. The in-game clock has been added back on mobile. Overhead emotes can now be added to the action bar. Planting a tree or fruit tree in your last unplanted farming patch now correctly unlocks Got a Patch 'em All achievement. The correct wording in using and reporting a player on mobile. And for community, finally. Up first, we have some diagrams of different artworks here as well. This is from Even Carl Art, which is pretty cool looking, some of that. And then we have a very epic picture here from Legend Arts of their Necromancer with a pumpkin lantern. That should be a thing eventually, I would hope. And then Kleptomama is taking another brisk evening in Ungale. And squad goals as So Madrugo and the Fort Expedition team are checking out places. Let me know where you think that is. Then we have the Pink Skirts player events, which are consisting of the Penguin Tour hosted by Miss Misty, Wednesday, October 25th at 2000 game time. World 60 location Edgeville Bank FC's Miss Misty. Then we have Stealing Creation hosted by Lady Spyra, Healthy Chan, Heathy Chan, and Fast SC, Saturday, October 20th at 1900 game time, World 99. Stealing Creation Lobby FC is the Fast SC. Then there's a community spotlight, which is Screamyscapes. So it's Halloween week, the Necromancer server. And where is this going to be taking place? So, Wednesday, 10:25, there's a skill and chill at 1900 game time for 4-3 World 119. Then on the 27th, there's a movie night, which is going to be at 2000 game time, Screamyscape server. On the 28th, there's a Halloween party plus Ghost Train at 2200 game time, City of World 42. And then there's a Screamy competition on Necromancer server, which is going to be Sunday the 29th. Pest Control, 2000 game time, World 119. And then there is something here for October 31st, which is the Spooky Parade plus Trick or Treat plus Ghost Train at 1700 game time, World 2 for Rock Square. And then, of course, always check out Fashionscape, especially this time of year, for your Halloween-themed type outfits. Or if you just like to show off an outfit in general, do go over and check out Fashionscapers. Believe that is actually their thing on Discord as well. So that's it for this week, guys. Quite a bit of patch notes, but that is finally it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.